I don't know much about wines myself, but can wine be aged too much? Hello and welcome. We haven't met before. My name is James Follent and I make videos for wine lovers to learn more about the world of wine. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Yes, a wine can be aged too much. What happens when you age wine is that over an amount of time, the wine is going to develop and it's going to go up and it's going to hit a peak. And after the peak, it'll be at the peak and then it'll slowly start to decline. So if you want to pursue and get into cellaring wine, you're going to want to look at potentially finding a wine you like and enjoy, because the best wine is the wine you enjoy drinking, and purchasing in lots of 4, 6, or I don't have 12 fingers, or 12 bottles as part of that and as part of that experience. Because then you can put those wines away and see how they develop over time to be able to see how it is approaching that peak and understand if it's past its best drinking and it's gone past the peak. And how long you cellar a wine is really dependent on how long you've got, how patient you are, as well as how the wine is structured, which goes back to the balance. So when you know a wine kind of starts declining is once technically, particularly red wine. So when we get into the Shiraz that we look at with the Lamington pairing, how do you know when a wine is starting to decline? It's a great question as part of that. And it's the tannin structure, looking at that Shiraz, the tannin structure in the wine, there's only so many tannins that is going to break down. So after all the things that have happened in a wine, because a wine is a living, breathing thing, it's alive, it's developing over time, things are changing in the background because of the reactions. And I have been slowly building a collection of wine to cellar. So I can talk about that. So I got over 100 bottle collection of wine in my cellar. I've got wine in storage here where I live, out on a rack, but I also have a climate controlled storage under lock and key at the right temperature, the right humidity, that I rent out to make sure the wines are developing. I've bought a variety of bottles, some I found at auction, also looked at picking up some of my own. So the biggest purchase that I made in 2021 in terms of quantity of bottles, I tried picking up 18. So I ended up buying 12 2019 vintages from the Siding Cabernet Sauvignon, and I bought 6 of the 2020 vintage. So I've got a dozen of those, seeing how they will develop. Another one that I picked up is a Lake Breeze Cabernet Sauvignon, hoping to age that one over a decade. I have an empty bottle behind me. So I've got one of these, the Lake Breeze Langhorne Creek Cabernet Sauvignon from 2018, that is aging somewhere. I can't actually remember if it's in the apartment or in the cellar at the moment, but that's one that's going to develop over time. I picked a dozen of these up for a deal on Qantas Wines with Qantas points, which was awesome. Red wines are my preference for what I age as part of that. So I tend to gravitate towards those, which is why I cellar them. If you want to go white wines, Semillon is a great one for aging. Chardonnay has some ageability into it, and then kind of some sweet dessert wines as well. I'm not sure if Marsanne and Riesling and Grüne Veltliner would probably be the other two that have a track record of being able to cellar well if it's quality wine. Otherwise, Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon, Nebbiolo are the 3 ones I probably gravitate towards. Pinot is one I'm still trying to figure out for a wine that will age, so seeing how that will go. The best wine is the wine that you enjoy drinking, and I'll see you in the next video. or live stream.